Okay, hey again there YouTube. I'm coming back at you with my second Yongnuo video. So this is going to be on the YN600EX-RT speed light here, and as you can see over here, the transmitter is a YN3RT. I've just gone through and I've updated the firmware for all this stuff. So everything is up to date and all that. So you can see right now we've got two flashes here and one transmitter, but we're gonna just work on one flash for now, because the main thing I want to do with this video is just the basics, and that is that I just want to show you first of all how similar these things are. Here, let's look up here first. You can see there's a link button, or a link light I should say, and a link light there. Down here you've got your optical flash button. You can make some switches, and you can see there's 4 buttons here, there's 4 buttons here. These two in the middle are clear, these two in the middle are to clear. This is your mode button, and this is your mode button. And you can see the difference here is the word mode is written on the transmitter here. Over here it's written off on the flash. Down here you have your pilot lights right there, so you can test your flash just by hitting that, and it'll flash to make sure everything's talking to one another. Then of course here you've got your dial, and in the middle you've got your button, which over here tells you it's a cell set button, which is select and set, of course. So you select whatever option you're on at the time and then hit it again to hit set, and then of course this wheel will spin and change the options. And then of course, last but not least, over here you can see you have off, lock, and on both of these, so that of course will turn it on. And then of course you have the power lights down here. So you can see these are very, very, very similar as to their looks. Let's go ahead and turn these on. And now you can look. The very first thing to notice is right here is the link light is green on the flash, the link light is green on the transmitter. That means that they are connected, they're talking to one another. And in fact, if I hit this pilot light right here, watch that flash, you see that it flashed. So they're linked up, they're talking, they're working. So that's exactly what we want. Alright, the next thing to look at here is, let me just turn on the lights so you can see these a little bit. As you can see that it's set up for ETTL. It's on all. This is on master, channel 1, and you can see, let me turn that back on. You can see that little stick right there with it's got 2 little waves coming off that way and that way. That means it's wireless. Okay, up here you can see we've got the same thing, or hopefully you can see that. And then right here it says slave, and it also says channel 1 there. So again, they're linked up and they're talking to one another, and so that's a good thing. Let's see, I'll tell you what, just as a quick little test, let's just do this. If I were to see, I made that optical. If you can see that, I don't know if you can or not. I'll tell you what. Okay, you should be able to see that now. It's a little flash looking thing there. That means that this is on optical. And if you look, you'll notice my link light is red here, and there it's not on at all. So these are telling me, hey, we're not talking, we don't see one another. So if I, oops, it's hard to do with one hand. Let me set this thing back down. If I hit this, now you can see that it's completely off, or hopefully you can see that. If I hit it again, now it's back on. You see it's blue right there. But see, here's the problem. This is on master, and this is on master. So you can see we got a blue light, we got a red light. That means they're not talking. So if I hit this again, that goes to slave. There we go. Okay, so it seems I just had to restart it for some reason. Very weird. But anyway, you can see we're back to the green lights. We're all linked up. So again, if I hit this, you see that it flashes. Alright, so that's that part. Now, over here, let's just work with the flash for a minute here. Hopefully, again, you can see these. down here you can see that we've got the zoom function and the custom function buttons. Here we got a plus and minus. Here we've got our group button, and then here it says menu 1, which that just simply means we're on menu 1. Now if we hit this, it goes to menu 2, and you can see that changes. These things are blank. If we go to menu 3, you can see we got a couple of things there, and then if we go to menu 4, we got a few more things there. If we hit it, well, actually it's menu 1. So that's right, I updated this firmware. It took away 4, so there's 3 menu options on this one. Okay, so you can see, but they're context sensitive is the point. Each time you hit these, you can see that you can do different things, or in some cases not do anything at all. Now over here on this one, let's get this screen lit back up where you can see it nice. And again, you can see where there's custom functions right there. Over here is a plus and minus, Feb, which of course is your flash exposure bracketing, and then menu 1. So if we hit that, you can see this one changes to menu 2, and you got ratio. Menu 3, we got channel ID and scan. And then here's menu 4 on this one. We got the version, the sync, and the memory. And if we hit it again, we're back to menu 1. So over here we have 3 menus. Here we have 4 menus. Point is, they're all context sensitive. Okay. So the first thing that we'll look at right quick is see if we hit that. This takes us into our custom functions. You can see there's where you can make the thing sleep or not, and then there's modeling, auto cancel. That's where to set up your flash bracketing, and then of course it's what you can do to test it there. There's your AF. There's your stuff for your high-speed sync, your sound, how long does the light stay on, and that's it. And then of course this goes backwards. Now I'll do another video where I delve into these much more deeply. If you hit the plus and minus, you can see what this does. It just turns on to where you can change the exposure up or down, or the power, I should say, the flash power. 3 or 4, 3 stops negative, 3 stops positive. So you can see I'm just turning this little wheel here, or hopefully you can see that. And you can see I'm at 1.3, 1.7, 2, and it does the same thing all the way to -3, and then the same thing all the way over to +3 or back. Okay, and then once you're happy with what you want, you can hit that, and it will go off. So that's the select set button is what I hit there. If I hit flash bracketing, you can see right here, if I turn the wheel, you can see that I can do it, whatever in 30 increment stops all the way out to minus and +3. So if you want to set that, that's how you do that. When you get it set to however you want it, which for me I want it off, but you just hit the select button there again, and it'll be done. If we hit this and go to menu 2, you can see we have a ratio here. So I hit it once, and you can see once I hit the ratio, it puts an AB ratio, and you got your 1:1. Over here you got 1:2. Back here you got 2:1. So again, it depends on however you want to set that. You can move that around and make it. Now I can hit group, and then you can see that when I hit the little select button, it goes to that, and now I can change it. You can see, so 1:1, there's 2:1, there's 4:1, and there's 8:1. And if I go the other way, it'll be just the opposite, of course. 1:2, 1:4, 1:8, and then of course there's an increment in between each one. So that'd be 1:6, that'd be 1:3, and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to put that right back on the 1:1, and so now if I hit that AB, you see it just takes me back and forth between those two. So I can hit the back button there, I can hit ratio, and you can see now it adds a C group. So I can have 3 groups here to where I can set here and mess with the way that these go. I can go over, you can see back and forth, A to B, and then if I hit it on the C, you can see that again, same thing, where I can take the flash power all the way to -3 to +3 for C, get that to where I would want it, and then I can go up to AB, you can see, and again I can mess with that. Alright, so that's all that. So if we hit the back button on that, and you can see that group will allow us to play with that. And so if we go to menu 3, now you can see here we got channel, ID, and scan in menu 3. So if we hit channel, you can see I'm on channel 1. I can actually change that, and this will go all the way to 15. I guess I can show you that. And then it stops right there. You have to go all the way back if you want to stay on channel 1, which I personally do. So if I hit channel 1, you can see that it blinked and went back to green right there. Alright, now if I hit ID, you can make up to 10,000 IDs, I believe it is, on these things by just setting whatever numbers you want, and that will let you talk to various flashes. But you have to change. You have to make sure you change them both. If you change the ID on this, you want to change the ID on your flash where they will not see one another. If you hit scan, this will take a few seconds. I'll fast forward through this. You can see here, so we can change that channel too. You can see this is telling you all your channels 1 through 15, or hopefully, again, you can see that. And this is telling you what channels are strong, which you can see on mine. It looks like that 6, 7, 8 is weak and 14 is weak. Everything else is very strong, so I could use any one of those channels and have a good reading there. Now finally then, if I go to menu 4, you can see this will tell you your version number, which I just upgraded this, so I'm at 1.20. Today is December the 13th, 2015, I believe, and this is the latest version for the software. If you want to do sync, you can see right there, it's just simply the high-speed sync that's on or off. Memory, you can actually save your settings, or you can even load settings in this thing. Don't know if I'll ever use that, but it's there if you want to do it. And then if I hit it again, I'm right back. You can see the menu 1. Alright, so that's the trigger in a nutshell. Now if we look at our flash here and we look at it, you can see that right now we're on ETTL. That if I just hit this mode button, you can see we go to manual right there, and then we go to multi. Okay, so and then right back to ETTL. So if I go to manual, you can see there I got zoom, custom functions, I got plus and minus, and I got sync. So if I hit this, then I can change this power. There's 1/64th, 1/32nd, 1/16th, 1/8. This thing's kind of hard for me to see. I don't know if it is for you or not, but it's very hard for me to see. Anyway, there's a quarter, a half power, and full power. So if I hit my select button on that, you can see I would be at full power. If I hit this, you can see the zoom comes on right there. It says A zoom. I'm on automatic zoom already. And then you can see I can change this by turning the wheel. You can see I'm on 20 and it went to M, which is manual zoom. So then this will tell it where to set to wherever I want it. And you'll see it goes all the way out to 200 right there. So it goes all the way up to 200 millimeter, and right there it goes back to automatic, and I'm going to leave it set there because that's where I want it. If I hit my plus and minus, you can see I can do my power again. So just to show you, we'll take that down to half power and set that. And then here is the sync for the high speed, or turn it off. There's second curtain, and then there, so it's just on regular, okay? So that's how we do that. Now, then if we hit mode again, you can see I go to multi. And down here, I got zoom, custom functions, plus minus, multi, and the hertz. Now it says 1 hertz right now. If I change that, this is actually how many shots that it will take. And you can see that it goes up. Yeah, I thought that was a maximum. Okay, it's 100 shots that it would actually take. And then of course then you can tell it what frequencies and all that right there. So we can change all that with the plus or minus again. You can see we can do the power again here. So depending on what we're wanting to do, we can do that. So that's all of that. And again, we're back to the zoom. And then if I long press this will take us into the custom functions. You can see the version is in here now. It used to be on the outside, but up here it says 1.8.4. if you can see that. Hopefully you can. and that's the latest version on that. But anyway, we'll hit the back button, and now here you can see we got contrast. So you can see I've got that pretty much all the way up. Let's see if I turn it all the way down, pretty much, if it looks any better. But anyway, up here, so you can see that we can set the custom functions there for meters or feet. I've got it in feet already. And again, I'm just going to zip through these. You can see they're pretty similar, if not exact, as to what's on the trigger. So we will go through these in another video in depth. I just want to show you that they're here. And there we go, we're back to the beginning. So if we hit the back button, and then we can just hit our mode again, and we're right back to ETTL. So that's the basics of the flashes. Next time we'll go ahead and we'll get in to doing the groupings and all of that stuff by adding that flash. And then after that, the plan is to start showing how they'll shoot indoors, outdoors, and distances and all of that stuff. So if you have any other ideas other than those for me of what to do, then I would certainly appreciate that. Pretty soon we'll add a camera obviously as well, start shooting it from that way. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any ideas, give me the thumbs up, subscribe, share the video, like it. I appreciate all that. So y'all have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye now.